Gangstas? It's me, your boy. So I have another drive video for you because when I'm on the road, shit's just coming to me, and I feel like I gotta get it out of my system, and it's the perfect, time to do so. So I found something quite interesting about the spiritual community and kind of a contradiction that I've noticed even within myself, and something I need to correct. And as I learn things, I teach them, right? So that's kind of what this gig is about: learning and teaching and growing and whatever. And so a lot of people in the spiritual community, because we all learn from the Buddha, you want to live a life without attachments, right? So interesting enough, a lot of people in the spiritual community have these avoidant attachment styles, right? They're dismissive avoidance, they're fearful avoidance, anxious avoidance. I myself qualify as a fearful avoidant. Somebody who avoids intimacy like the plague. It's like an allergy or something. But it's kind of interesting too, because we all also know as light workers that the whole point of being a light worker is to spread love, right? Is to be a safe place for people to be vulnerable, to be compassionate and warm towards those around us. Sometimes tough love too, I'm not negating that aspect either. However, if it's our duty to embody the energy, the essence of love, and we go out of our way to avoid love like the fucking plague, isn't that counterintuitive? And I'm not saying just be open to everyone and everything that, tries to jump into your life, because not everything is good for you, right? Use your discernment, use your standards, have, boundaries and shit. It's just, we get to a point where we get so closed off that we're like, dude, I don't fucking need all that. And it's like we're building these walls and guarding our hearts and really protecting ourselves from any real vulnerability, right? And that's kind of unfair to the universe, because, we should know the universe has our back, protects us in our vulnerabilities, and all the lessons that we need to learn are coming towards us regardless, right? So, and to have kind of an openness to the entire experience, right? What is the point of having a human experience if we're shutting ourselves down towards experiences? And, it makes me think of Tristan and Isolde, where Isolde is telling Tristan, love is a gift from God, and if you shun that, that you'll be punished beyond all measure. It's the punishment is great for that, because you're basically rejecting the very essence of God in that, because God is love, right? And so, and then I also saw this quote from Home Alone 2, of all fucking movies, right? Macaulay Culkin's talking to this lady, and about how she's, she fell in love once, got disappointed, never opened up her heart again, she just couldn't ever do it. And he's like, no, what a waste of a heart, right? If you still have a heart, you should use that. You shouldn't just shut it down because something didn't work out or somebody, betrayed you. It's that kind of, it kind of put me in my place in some levels, where it made me feel like a coward a little bit. And here I am trying to live my life without fears. Every time I notice I have a fear, I'm like, I'm gonna face that head on. Except for this one. you know, except for that one. And so maybe, you know, on some level I am a bit of a coward, or I've been a coward, because the moment I start feeling vulnerable with somebody, I'm like, oh boy, I gotta get out of this. I got to run. And, you know, and perhaps that's like the divine masculine aspects of myself, where I'm just like, I don't know. And it's really kind of, it's not fair to my experience, right? I signed up for this experience. I knew that there was going to be pain and suffering and loss and gain. And I also know that anything that I experience in this life, like, it's all part of the experience, you know? It's all part of, like, what I'm here for, you know? Sometimes you know, we gotta experience the bad to experience the good, and if we just allow ourselves to get so shut off, so shut down by these experiences, and we're really not doing ourselves any favors, and we're not trusting our own processes and our own, you know, Akashic records. We're just basically saying, you know what, fuck this. I definitely need to be incarnated again because I'm still not catching the lesson that maybe I should just flow with the experience rather than shun the experience. So what if you fall down and get hurt? Does that mean you stop trying to ride the bike? You know? Does that mean you stop skateboarding? Does that mean, you know? So what if you almost drowned? Does that mean that you stop trying to learn how to swim? You know? And the same goes for our experiences. So what if it hurts? That's part of it. So what if it sucked? That's part of it. Does that mean that we should just be cowards to the rest of the experience, to anything else that could come our way in life? Should we shut down any potential miracle or gift from God because, oh, we had a bad experience one time, so it must all be bad, right? And I talk about that a lot in my readings, how, like, just because, like, your past experiences were one way, why would you expect that it would just always be that way with anybody? That's silly. Every experience we have with people is different, from friendships to children to relationships to parents to even our own personal relationship to God or spirit or the universe or whatever the fuck you want to call it, energy, source. You know, it doesn't matter what you believe, we all have a word for it, okay? And even your personal relationship to that is so significantly different from the next person's experience or relationship with it. That's why I feel that organized religion is kind of, it doesn't make sense to me, because, like, it's not a one-size-fits-all, you know? We don't all worship the same, we don't all have the same practices. Our personal relationship to the divine is our personal relationship to the divine. Nobody else gets to define that for us, you know? Nobody else gets to tell us what's a right or wrong way to be with God. Like, shit. It's not up to them to decide, right? If we were all supposed to have this one-size-fits-all relationship with the divine, then we wouldn't be so vastly different, right? We wouldn't all be so distinctively different. We're so unique, each and every soul, you know, each and everything on this planet and outside of this planet, you know, all the planets themselves are unique to each other, you know. there's not a one-size-fits-all anything in this world, or in this universe, or in this matrix, or whatever the fuck. And therefore, we can't expect our experiences with people to always be the same, because no two people are the same. We can't expect our experiences with children to be the same, you know? If you're a parent out there, you know, right? Like, first kid might be mellow as hell, second kid crazy as fuck, right? You got your introvert and then you get your extrovert, right? Or vice versa. And like, and you love them and their differences. You love how distinctly different they are. You love their different personalities. You love the different ways that they communicate with you. And it's not that you love one more than the other. It's that you have a different relationship. You know? It's all love. It's just, it varies. It's, you know, because they vary. Because you vary. And it kind of reminds me of like doing mushrooms a bit, like, because every time I've done mushrooms, I shit you not, it's always a different fucking kind of experience. Like, the high is different, the entire thing is different. Like, there's not, like, to me, my personal experience, like, I have not had the same trip twice. It's like, and I love that about mushrooms, because it's like each mushroom is its own soul, right? And so it gives you its own level of wisdom, or its own level of whatever, you know, that it's meant to give you. And I find that quite fascinating. I like it. Whereas with acid, you could probably have the same kind of high, you know, consistently, because it's consistently the same process to make it, and the same, you know, whatever. But even acid has varied, you know, by like who makes it and what kind we're getting, you know. So same with weed, you know. Weed's gonna be, you know, you might have similar experiences, but also you might have different experiences. You know, there's just, in the way that we respond to these experiences is very unique. The way our receptors respond to it is unique. So, for me, I feel that if we're really going to be part of this spiritual journey, if we're really going to own this spiritual journey, we gotta trust the divine to lead us to where we're meant to be. You know, if that means we stay single forever, cool. But it doesn't mean that we have to be so adamant about it either, where we just reject any potential for anything. My lips are chapped, sorry. But, you know, because God, or the universe, source, wants us to be open. Wants us to be open to the experiences that we're here for, regardless of what it looks like. Some people are here to be family people. Some people are here to be like solitary monks. Some people are here to, you know, but you won't know until you know, you know? Like, you won't know unless you're open to the experience. Unless you allow yourself that vulnerability to be like, alright, spirit, let's do this roller coaster, and let's do it right. We're gonna go out with a bang. There's gonna be fireworks and everything. It's gonna be nice, you know? And I think, you know, it's like the most beautiful way to experience it, honestly. It's the most beautiful way to experience life, is to just be open to it. To just be like, alright, this could happen, that could happen, I'm here for it, whatever happens. Because no matter what, you know, Spirit's got your back and it's going to carry you through whatever you need to be carried through, you know? But anyway, That's the gist of my rant for today. I just wanted to get that off my chest. So namaste. I love you guys, and I will see you later.